while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Switch. Hi. Check. 80. Check 90.
61. Matchbox lights.
Shoot.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Alert.
On second down, Samuels. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 43. Kill.
Rosen will throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return will stop right around the 25. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, Terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers. And then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
That's it.
Check, check. I got it. Shit. Check three.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready.
Mike Spoke. Here we go. Shit! Watch the shit!
Gun.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
I'm coming for you. Kill. 8.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
40. Check. I got him.
Gun.
Mike Spoke. Watch the run. 44 is the Mike. You got nothing in there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D.
One down.
Watch out. 36. Check, hot route. Hot.
Hug.
Watch the out. 52 is the mic right here.
Middle.
Man, I got you.
One down.
Check. Lucky.
So that'll back him up 5.
Tonight. 180.
52's the mic. Let's get this ball.
Quarter.
Check nickel.
He's high.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check three, check three, check three.
Monday.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
On third down, Rosen going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Fielded at the 20. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, check. Press down, press down, press down. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Nixon with a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We take the win. They can't hang with us. 57. Mike, 57. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Back to throw. Newton. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
First down, Bengals.
Ready? Get ready?
Mike, 44. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Here we go. Look at it.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Both to Mike. Mike,
A shotgun snap for Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Kill.
Monday. Hug.
Yo. Hey, Mike 52. Let's put him on the buses.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Alert flare, flare, flare.
Now Rosen. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down now, Samuels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hatchet.
Hey, alert.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up... Second down.
Samuels. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 40-yard line.
Now a give running right is Samuels. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52. Right.
They'll run with Samuels. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. On 1st down, it's Samuels. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Hug. Back.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
SOS. Motion. Monday. Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Steelers, first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Where's that? 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Middle.
Now here's Snell. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. This Bengal defense, they passed the first two tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Alert three. Alert three. You got motion man. You got motion man.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Third and goal, Rosen. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Mike 34.
Get that 20.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get us ball. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him. Get that quarterback.
Throwing again. Newton. He uncorks it for Snead. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
44, Mike, 44. Release it. 44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check. You better be afraid of me. You please.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Come on now, let's go.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Come get some. Come get some.
Come on here, come get some.
Here.
Watch twins. 44, Mike.
Again, Newton. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
That's it. Right at the 80.
Check.
80.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. Big Geno Atkins here to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now it's Rosen looking. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Hey, check 24. Check corner. Motion.
Throwing again on second down. Rosen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
40. 180. 44. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Great.
Throwing on second and 14. Newton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Bengals.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Gets around him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Gun.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo. Truck.
Hey.
Here's Newton. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. But now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Gun.
65.
Out of the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check your hot read.
Hey, quarter.
Here's Samuels. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You go tight. Right. You got tight right there. Show it up. Show it up.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, 57. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. '57's Mike. Mike 57.
All day, baby, all day.
Here's Rosen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Samuels. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They run the counter. Samuels. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, got four down. 8.
From the gun, Newton. He uncorks it for Snead. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. It's a sneak for Rosen. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 25, check 25. Hey, alert, alert.
We're in 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the right, watch the right.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Newton. That's complete to Sharp. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
It's our time. What do you got? Slam, slam, slam. Alert, alert, alert. What do you got? Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. All day, baby, all day, baby. Hey, quarter. 24, watch 24. 57's the mic.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The 17-yard line.
Motion, 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 motion. On that. 52, Mike 52. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these... Hey, Alpha. Hey, Mike.
To throw is Rosen. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Monday. By 2 is the mic. Mike by 2. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, alert. Mike 52. Watch the run.
Rosen will throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Bang. Come. Switch.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Trying to run for it with Snell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Again, it's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
So don't say nothing. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check, check. I got you. I got you.
Now Newton. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's get off.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, Samuels. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
No chance. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Ready. Watch both. Go. Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Newton on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check. 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 Check 24. Check 24. Okay. Yeah. 8.
To throw again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.